Alright, Moros. Yes, that is the new nickname I'm giving to the community of Monster Runners players. Welcome back to another video that I did not think I was going to make. As the title suggests, Ducky and I are not being the update allegations, and we are playing literally anything but Monster Runners or updating the game. This is mostly just going to be background footage as I go over kind of a part 2 of how you should play the game. This will be mostly for Survivor side and suggestions and mostly bug fixes for the game that need to get patched because they could be very problematic. I guess first I want to say thank you to everyone that has been playing the game and just being interactive with people in the Discord. Honestly, it's been very fun to interact with a few of you guys here and there and make friends and be able to play with people. So I appreciate you all for that. Now I'm gonna just jump into different Survivor things because I didn't really cover everything in the last video. So if you haven't watched the last video, I'd recommend you go watch it and share it with your friends and join the Discord if you haven't already. So tech number 1 of this video we're going to talk about is hiding. You want to be hiding a lot more than you think you were. If you use a lot of like the rolling techniques of rolling off shelves and boxes, you will be able to get ahead of people. And if you hear the killer, hide. Just hide and let them pass by because it'll work most of the time. Now, not every room has a viable hiding spot, so I recommend if you start to hear a heartbeat, turn around to a place you know you can hide. Now, of course, if you just don't have anywhere to hide or anything like that, scratch the plan, just go straight ahead, bum rush, use everything you can to your advantage, get as far as you can, and even if you die, it doesn't matter because other people will get through. It'll help you out in the long run. I guess that brings me to my second point, which is just bum rush and keep going. Don't be afraid to die. You have 5 minutes on the clock and you can get super duper far with that. Don't think that you dying will be the end all be all. You can still make it back in time to escape. So get out there, sacrifice yourself for people, and people might sacrifice themselves for you. Next up is just try and be unique with your pathing. Yes, there's very good paths to take in order to get speed and just get further in your runs quicker, you know. But if you move in a way that the killer doesn't expect, like by going from shelf to shelf or back and forth, jumping up and down shelves, going underneath, it'll be a lot harder for them to kill you. And this will also help teammates to run past. And when people just start running past and distracting one by one and like surviving, it just gets to the point where you can blast past them and get towards the end for the most part. I guess I can mention a good tactic for Monster here as well. Don't focus on one person solely, no matter like how good or bad they might be. If you can't catch up to someone within a room or two of them passing you, you're giving up a lot of space and they will make the game miserable for you. You don't want to be at a point where you're in the elevator room because you got pushed back by one person and now 20 different people are in the elevator room and maybe all of them escape. If you haven't already noticed by now, there's a lot of rooms that have alternate paths that you can take. Now, some of these paths aren't as noticeable as others, but there's a couple of rooms where you could really lose the killer if you use them correctly. For example, there's at least 2 rooms that have hanging lights that you can jump on and use to your advantage. It would allow you to get above the killer and you can just get past them pretty much for free unless they're somehow really good and able to get up there as well and follow you. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're using your roll, you want to be rolling through the killer, not rolling into them. What I mean by this is if you see the killer coming at you, use your roll to get through them while they're walking towards you and then get to safety. Instead of you see the killer coming towards you but they're further away and you roll and you end up just stopping right in front of them and they just kill you. You want to be able to use it to get through them but also get to safety. Now the next one is something I wouldn't usually do, but sadly jump spamming is very effective, especially against people with lower end devices because of latency issues. So I guess abuse that to your fullest capabilities for now until it possibly gets nerfed, which is what I will go into now, is some suggestions and bugs to switch it up. Starting with jumping, is there should definitely be a jump cooldown on both sides. Of course, I think for the monster, it shouldn't be as bad since they are like a genetically modified human. So maybe it's like a 1 second cooldown for them, and then for survivors, it's like a 1.3, 1.5. I don't know. Those are just random numbers I'm throwing out. Now, the downside of this is that there are a couple of rooms where you really benefit taking shortcuts by just jumping, and making the cooldowns longer would make it a little more difficult to get past, and maybe making it a little bit more OP for the monster to catch you off guard. So take that with a little bit of granite, because it might not be the best option, but I definitely think there should be a jump cooldown for both sides. Now, these next suggestions are just going to be mostly like setting based options that have been suggested by multiple different Discord members, and a lot of these aren't my ideas, so shout out to the people who recommended this to me in game. This first one I like very much. It would be a timer somewhere on the top of your screen that would show you how much time is left in the round. And it could be like a cool little like broken glitchy watch or something like that. Just something that allows you to know how much time you have, so you can really make a push if you need to when you're running out of time. The next one I've seen a lot of people complain about, and to a degree I agree with this, and that is adding the ability to switch off killer, since a lot of people just end up leaving the game and it's just annoying waiting a minute every single time, sometimes multiple times in a row, just to play a game. Now, the problem with this is that you might get into a server where only like 2 people want to play killer, and then it's just the same 2 people over and over again, which would just cause people to also leave and switch to a different server, and it will just get to the point where it's a little messy. So I don't know, I think there's better options out there, instead of just having it so you can turn off killer. But for the most part now, just stick out your killer games, guys. It's very boring having to wait 20 minutes for a singular game. Another thing to add to settings that would be really cool would be an option to hide the amount of wins you have or something like that, so that you don't have people coming at you or making fun of you for either not having that many wins or having a lot of wins and like getting targeted and stuff like that. Not like a streamer mode or anything like that, I think that's too far, but just something that will keep you hidden from harassment from others, or if you just want to hide your wins or stuff like that, it'd be good. I also think there should be, for the killer, when you are killer, the leaderboard shows off your amount of kills you have on monster instead, since it doesn't do that right now, and it just shows how many escapes you have, which I think would be a cool add to the game, since we already have both the killer and the survivor leaderboard. This next one came from my good friend, and I honestly really like the idea, since it's already in another game, though I don't think it should be the same as the game I'm going to mention. So if you don't already know, Dead by Daylight has a system where you have a heart display on your character that shows the heartbeat of the killer when they're near you. Now, this could be really good for Monster Runner, since it could work similarly, but I think it should be more directional, since the game is more directional based in audio than Dead by Daylight is. So instead of showing a heartbeat, or maybe it still shows a heartbeat, but it should show the directional, like maybe footsteps of the killer and where the heartbeat's coming from, so you know if they're in front or behind you. Now, this could be just a setting you can turn on and off in the settings, but it would mostly be targeted towards players that have hard of hearing, or they just can't hear in general. It's very good for accessibility for them. This next one was also a cool idea, where you could have your wins or your rank on the leaderboard displayed through chat. So if you're typing something in the chat, it'll say, for example, number one on Survivor leaderboard, just like number one Taco Muncher, and then it says like your chat. I think that'd be a really cool ad as well, so that you can, you know, show off in, you know, your rank or your wins in a more of a spotlight in the servers you are in. Now, I'm probably forgetting a couple of suggestions, and there is some suggestions I want to talk about, but they're just not applicable right now for the game, and hopefully they will come out in the next update or future updates, so I'll leave that for a future video that I'll most likely make as well. Next is on to the bugs that should be patched or should be worked on for future updates. Probably won't be the next one. The first one, I don't know if it's a bug in the coding or the animation. I've already brought this up to Ducky and the animator of the team as well, which is, if you've already noticed, sometimes when you walk backwards or to side, your character model will just stand still instead of actually running, so it looks kind of weird. It's not a big deal, but I've noticed that's really bad on controller, and I think it's probably bad on mobile as well, to the point where you can just be standing still like your character model is, and you just move around forward, left, right, which can also affect how your jump and like falling animation looks, which I could definitely see those maybe causing glitches in the future or giving unfair advantages in the future as well, just not currently in the game. The next one is less of a glitch and more of like, I think it has to do with the like quality settings in Roblox, where if you have lower quality or if you're in first person lower quality, your flashlight light won't actually appear in front of you, so you won't see the light, but maybe you just see like your screen brighten, which could really be bad for monsters, since if you have low quality and maybe you're in first person or something and you can't see the direction of survivors' lights when the lights go out, it could very much help the survivors and they'll be able to slip past you more easily. Which also comes up to the next point, where I want this to get fixed pretty badly. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but survivors' flashlights can go through walls, which would make it really easy for the monster to know where you are. It's definitely not fair for a survivor if they have their flashlight on, but they're not in the same room as you, but you know they're there since you see their light through the walls. It should only be a directional thing. It shouldn't be through a wall thing, you know what I'm saying? There is one more bug in particular I want to talk about, but before it gets patched, I don't want people to know about it, and I'm not trying to use it either, since it is very much what I would say probably bannable. So I will be directly contacting Ducky and Notif about this matter, rather than exposing how to do it to a bunch of people to abuse. Again, I'm probably missing like a million different things, and I'll make another video probably somewhere like this to talk about it. And I'm probably going to make another video of just me doing random things with Ducky and other players in the server, which will be my next video. We did a couple of cool things, not even in the custom server, just in public servers, so it'll be definitely fun to watch. I'll leave some teasers to that video at the end of this video after this run of me on Survivor Juking the Killer runs out, so stick around if you want to see a little bit of that. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please comment down below if there's like anything you want to see in particular, maybe challenges or me doing more random stuff with Ducky, or maybe there's certain people in the community on the Discord that you want me to play with, which I already have people from the custom games we had earlier today for the next video and their voices, so that will be very cool to have them interacted. I'll also, you know, give them some shout outs during that video. It should be a very fun watch. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching.